Hey guys, welcome back to Down the Stretch. I was just going through my storage and I happened upon this race day, which is Derby Day, 2nd of June 2007. So this is 18 years ago. Wow, 18 years ago. And so I was going through it and I say, back then the book used to have a lot of, pictures of the past Derby winners and things like that. They don't do that anymore. And so I just took some pictures. The two main races on the day was the 10th race, which was the 7th running of the Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes Grade 1. That race not run anymore. It was at 6.5 furlongs, so I put that one in it. We'll talk about that when I reach there. And the Jamaica Derby, which race was it? It was the 12th race of a 13-race program. And you have the pictures of the contenders, and it has pictures of the past winners, some of the past winners. So we'll talk about that one too. Okay, and it had a lot of pictures in it. I even found a picture of myself on Hall of Fame race day when I was presenting my grandfather's plaque to Mr. Stafford Sobrati. They list me here as the son, but I'm the grandson. But they list me here as the son. So I'm going to get into it and talk about it. Okay, let's see. This is Chris Charlton left, son of Cecil Charlton, correction, I'm the grandson, presents the plaque in his grandfather's honor, to Stafford Sobrati, representing owners of Adina, who won the 1100-meter race for non-winners of 2. To the right of that, it says Kenneth Mattis left, presents the plaque named in his honor to Barrington Bell, representing the owners of Poor Little Rich Boy, who won the 7th race for non-winners of 3 over 1600 meters. Now here we have the field. This was the 10th race, the 7th running of the Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes Grade 1 over 1300 meters. It was a field of 9. It reads number 1, Clockwork, 54.5 kilos, Dane Nelson for Wayne DaCosta. Number 2, Major Maya, 48 kilos, C. Malcolm claiming 2 kilos for Michael McIntosh. The 3 was Jack Sparrow, P. Henry Jr., 48 kilos for Rohan Mati. The 4, Just Some Thoughts, 50 kilos, Paul Francis for Fitznahu Williams. The 5, who was the odds-on favourite, Distinctly Irish, 60.5 kilos, Winston Griffiths for Philip Fiani. The 6, Good Company, 48 kilos, but with Trevor Simpson aboard, went up to 51.5 kilos for Wayne DaCosta. The 7 was Musical Maestro, 59 kilos, with Jas Simpson claiming 2 kilos for Dwight Chen. The 8 was Rampage, 52 kilos, Robert Reed riding for Richard Azan. And the 9 was Calabash Bay, 48 kilos, P. Bryan for Anthony Nunes. And I remember this race. I remember catching the winner for this race. I don't remember the outcome, but I remember Clockwork won this race at a good price. I don't remember the price, but I remember Dane Nelson gave a brilliant ride on Clockwork. And the reason I bought Clockwork that day, I realized Clockwork was basically the lone speed at the event. There was not anybody who was a genuine front runner to really go with Clockwork at 6.5 furlongs. It was a bit longer now, then he'd probably get competition from like Rampage and Major Maya, but at 6.5 and getting all the way from Distinctly Irish, I picked him that day and he won at a good price. I don't remember exactly, but I know it was over 10-1. Okay. Here now we have Jamaica Derby flashback, something that I used to love to see when big races run. They have the flashback of horses who won it the previous years. I don't see them doing it anymore. But let's start. Top left is in a thrilling finish to the 81st Jamaica Derby. Awesome Power left with Shane Ellis aboard edges out Millimeter Charles Hussey to win the prestigious classic by a nose, the shortest Derby margin ever. That race, my horse Peace and Love was 3rd. He's out of frame in this. He was very wide on the outside. To the right of that, Simply Magic with Winston Griffiths is well clear of her opponents at the end of the 82nd Jamaica Derby in 2002. The talented filly went on to win the Triple Crown. My horse was also 3rd in that Derby. To the right of Simply Magic there, you see that's Brother Daniel. He finished 3rd, lost the 2nd by a head on the line to his stablemate From Russia With Love, who you see is wide off Simply Magic. Below that, on the left, A King Is Born, Winston Griffiths is all alone at the end to win the 83rd Jamaica Derby by a wide margin. To the right of that, Distinctly Irish passes the post clear of rivals to win the 84th running of the Premier Classic in 2004. The win provided jockey Winston Griffiths and Philip Fiani with their 10th Derby success. And to note, A King is Born and Distinctly Irish were half brothers. Both came out of the same dam. Below that to the left, jockey Winston Griffiths is congratulated by CTL's executive marketing manager Millicent Lynch for winning a record 10th Jamaica Derby, this aboard Distinctly Irish in 2004. And to the bottom right, Miracle Man outside Alan Murad storms through to win the 85th running of the Jamaica Derby over 2,400 meters in 2005. Miracle Man finished a length and a half ahead of Ad Infinitum and Brian Harding. Next up, they have the Digicel Jamaica Derby race day 2006, the year before. So they were showing here, top left, Ransom Man with Brian Harding aboard, ramps home by 9 1/4 lengths to win the 86th running of the Digicel Jamaica Derby last year. To the right of that is a picture of Ransom Man with Brian Harding aboard, is led to the winner's enclosure after his impressive win in the 86th Jamaica Derby. Below that, to the left, it's Ransom Man poses in the winner's enclosure with Jubilant Connections after his win in the 2006 Digicel Jamaica Derby. The right of that, David Hall left, CEO of Digicel, presents the Digicel Jamaica Derby trophy to Darrington Ferguson, who was the owner of Ransom Man. Below that, extreme left, it says Geraldo Fullerton left, who saddled Ransom Man to win the 86 Jamaica Derby, receives his trophy from Harry Smith, Digicel's Chief Customer Relations Director. The right of that, it's Chairman of the Jamaican Racing Commission, Rudolph Meir. Left presents the Sir John Mordecai Trophy to trainer Geraldo Fullerton, right, who saddled Ransom Man to victory last year. And to right of that, a proud Geraldo Fullerton with the Sir John Mordecai Trophy. Over the next page, top left, it says Quiet Strength, Winston Griffiths holds off the fast finishing formerly gold Charles Hussey to win the Grade 1 Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes over 6.5 furlongs, 1,300 meters. That was 2006 running. To the right of that, the 2006 Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes winner Quiet Strength is flanked in the winner's enclosure by connections including owner Richard Lake, second left, and trainer Philip Fiani, right. Below that to the left, Smile Out, Brian Harding is all alone at the end of Division 2 of the Digicel Juvenile Stakes. Nature bred 2 years over 300 meters. The right of that, trainer Philip Fiani left, who saddled Quiet Strength to win the Grade 1 Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes, receive his trophy from Chris Heyman. And at the bottom of the page, the photo, it says Richard Brown, fourth right, head of network development at Digicel, presents the Digicel Irish Jamaica Stakes trophy to Richard Lake, whose Quiet Strength won the 1,300 meter co-feature last year. Including in presentation at left is Digicel CEO David Hall. Okay, and here was the feature event. It was the 87th running of the Digicel Jamaica Derby Grade 1 3-year futurity over 2,400 meters. This was 2007. Number 1, Rum Talk, Trevor Simpson for Philip Fiani. Number 2, Il Caimano, Amith Robles for Anthony Nunes. Number 3, The Bomber, Winston Griffiths for Patrick Lynch. And he was getting first-time Lasix. Number 4, Mucho Gusto, Paul Francis for Anthony Nunes. Number 5, Mr. Pride, A. Finley, riding for Welsh Suter. Number 6, Ivan the Terrible, Emilia Rodriguez, riding for Arnold Rambali Jr. Number 7, My Train, R. Wilson for Harry Passad. Number 8 was Grace Marie, D.A. Thomas for Barrington Rambali. Number 9 was Naturally Royal, Richard Mitchell for Wayne DeCosta. And number 10 was Chip on Your Shoulders, Shane Ellis for Dwight Chen. And as we all remember, Winston Griffith put down a masterclass of riding when putting the Bomber to the front and making all the running. And looking back at this race now, I'm saying, how did I not buy the Bomber? Like, undefeated, 2 races, 2 impressive wins, gets Lasix for the first time, has Winston Griffith in a race that had no speed. And back then, I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't buy Rum Talk in the race. I bought Mucho Gusto because I knew Rum Talk was a horse that only had one kick, and that one kick is kind of a late run, and Trevor Simpson didn't really have a reputation of winning long distance races, so I didn't buy Rum Talk in the race. But I didn't buy the Bomber. I bought Mucho Gusto over Natural Royal in that race that year. I never forget, because Natural Royal was trained by Wayne DeCosta, and I say he was going to stalk the lead and then try to go through, but I thought Mucho Gusto, to me, was going to make him move before Rum Talk and get the job done. But as you know, in recent years, Jamaica, we don't produce stayers. So if a horse has a class and have speed going 12 furlongs, it tend to win, because we don't generally have stayers. And if a horse have to come from far off the pace, him usually don't win. So, yep, that's a look back at this. In Jamaica, I have a lot of old books. I'm sorry, I tried to find like replays of those races, couldn't find them. But back in Jamaica, I have a lot of these books. I know a lot of punters like to call it the track and pool book. I used to collect them all the while because I used to like to go back over them before the internet. You know, you could go back over and look back to races that skip past. Yeah, I have a few up here, but not as far back as this. I think I have, in Jamaica, I have some that go back far past 2007. Up here, I think I have some up here when Cheese and Manita was running and things like that. But yeah, I hope you guys like watching. And if you want to see any more, just give me a comment. As usual, stay safe.